Very good morning to all of you. Uh, distinguished uh, academia assembled here and uh, distinguished members of the industry. I would like to tell you about some things which CDOT is doing in the area of cyber security. A few years back, there was a decision that there would be sectorial certs in India. Earlier, certain was the only organization who was looking into cybersecurity. So here, CDOT got the responsibility of being the telecom cert, development of a solution which the Department of Telecommunication could use as a telecom cert. So we've got a number of perspectives since we are working for the last few years as on these solutions. So there are two scales of solutions that we have identified. One is the country level solution, national scale, and the other is the enterprise level solution. So we have already implemented the national scale solution and it is in the process of being deployed. Here we are actually detecting the attacks coming into the country, malicious attacks, DOS, DDoS, port scanning, DNS amplification, and such other attacks. We have also developed our own models and algorithms for detecting these attacks. And you would be surprised to know that we are also doing the analysis at the global level. That is, which countries are attacking India and who are the victim countries, who are the attacker countries. And you will be surprised to know that a majority of the attacks are originating from India. And the reason is that there are many machines in our ecosystem that are compromised, and people are getting hold of those machines and using them to initiate attacks to other countries. So per se it appears that the attacks are from India, but they are not from India, they are from some other countries who are using our machines to initiate attacks. So our first task is to get a digital sanitization of the entire computer ecosystem in the country. So we have developed a request response system in which we are informing the ISPs that these machines are compromised, kindly get them sanitized. But it's a huge scale. I mean, the number of machines that are compromised, it's a big number. It's not a small number. So it will take some time to complete this activity, but at least a process has been initiated. And another task which was given to us was to identify the anonymous connections. And this was a very, very difficult task, but our team has also done that. So we are, and especially we have also to do it location wise. So we were able to do that, and we were asked to identify the attacker, the victims, the IP addresses, the country, the ISP or organization. So these are the things which we have already implemented. And now we are also going to, by say January or February next year, we are going to offer APIs or apps wherein individual organizations can see which machines are compromised, which kind of attacks are taking place on their public IPs. So this would be in addition to their own enterprise level checks, because sometimes organizations do neglect these internal reports and don't take it seriously. So this is going to be monitored at the national level by the authorities to see that all the organizations do the implementation of their internal compliances. And at the organization level also, we are developing a system in which we can do the, basically consisting of the EDR, DLP, etc. A comprehensive system to address the new technologies and to come up with the attacks. Now, I forgot to mention that at the national scale, if you see, the biggest challenge was of the volume, the velocity, and it's a big data system because we are getting the traffic from the entire country and it is in more than tens of terabytes. So this, and then we have to predict the attacks in real time. So for this also we have been successful in doing that, predicting the attacks in real time and sending it to the concerned ISPs. Another important initiative is of the National Trust Center and this is related to IoT. In IoT, we are going to have, with the onset of 5G, we will be having millions of IoT devices deployed in the country. So here we have a two-pronged approach. One is that all these IoT devices must comply to some kind of standards, say 1M2M standards, which CDOT is promoting. And these standards enable these IoT devices to become replaceable, interoperable, and more secure. So that is one approach wherein we are actually engaging all startups and we are hand-holding them to implement these standards free of cost. So that is our initiative to ensure that the IoT ecosystem is standards-based, because currently it is not. Everyone is deploying their own proprietary solutions, and considering the scale of the solution, it will become very difficult to manage these devices if there is any attack, especially if they are proprietary. So on the one hand, we are trying to implement standards, and on the other hand, we are also developing a National Trust Center wherein you will be able to find out whether the device which you are using, what is the level of security it offers, whether it is having the latest updates, whether there were any previous attack history on that device. So this kind of information will be there for all the devices. And of course, now we are also talking about artificial intelligence in every area. So why should cybersecurity be left out? So I think artificial intelligence and cybersecurity is one of the upcoming areas, and I think the challenges in that are development of a data set, because data sets are the prerequisite for artificial intelligence. So here we would like to develop an artificial intelligence data set for cybersecurity. I think that is one thing which we can take up in this forum, if possible, whether we can develop a data set for cybersecurity for artificial intelligence. That would be a very, very useful thing, because artificial intelligence will help us speed up the detection and probably of mitigation of these threats, and identify unknown and insecure elements in the communication. Apart from this, cybersecurity is also very closely related to cyber fraud and cyber crime. And there also we have done a lot of work. How much time do I have, ma'am?
5 minutes.
Okay. So recently we have launched this Sanchar Sathi portal, and you all must have seen that, sancharsathi.gov.in. So that is our attempt on the front of cyber fraud and cyber crime. So we have actually identified 60 lakh fraudulent connections which people had taken to to actually do cybercrime. They need SIMs. For doing cybercrime, they need SIM cards. So we have been able to churn 114 crore images to find out 60 lakh fraudsters whose connections were disconnected by DOT by informing the concerned TSPs. And apart from that, we also identified some point of sales who were actually helping people to get these connections. They were so these point of sales, like 50,000 point of sales, have also been blacklisted, and many FIRs, more than 200 FIRs, have been registered against them. So our approach to cybercrime is to prevent people from getting fraudulent connections to commit the cybercrime. So that is the DOT, and CDOT is that is perspective, and CDOT is the implementing agency for that. So this tool is called Astra, and it is very, very popular now. And another things, now we have given an option to people to that you can in Sanchar Sathi portal, you can go and check using your mobile number how many other mobile connections have been given with the same identity proof. So this has also been, and there itself you can say that, okay, this is not my number, or you don't need a number, and then automatically within a few days it will be disconnected over there itself. So these are some of the facilities which we have already given, and a lot of fraud is actually taking place in the telecom area, and we are actively working to resolve those things also. And we are also trying to build the various nodes related to cyber security, or which do not have a Make in India or indigenous developer. So CDOT is working in this area. We are doing R&D to implement these things also. Apart from that database, I think I have another suggestion. What we can do is that we can give some certain APIs for cyber security in the India stack. There is something called India stack. So I think we should have, it does not have anything on cyber security at present. Probably we can contribute there and add something in the India stack for cyber security also, so that general people also come to know what they can do, or we can build some open framework over there for cyber security. So these are a few of my suggestions, and thank you so much for inviting me for this talk. Thank you.